What's up, it's Tony back with another episode of the It's Tony podcast. And make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and tell a friend to tell a friend. I was going to start this episode talking about why I believe Kendrick Lamar should be the Super Bowl performer and questioning why people are so upset that Lil Wayne isn't the performer. And then I seen that Kamala Harris and Donald Trump were having a presidential debate. And you already know, in this pod, I don't try to get too deep into politics. You vote for whoever you vote for. But I will say one thing. There were a lot of people that didn't want to vote for Joe Biden because they felt like he was incompetent and he was stumbling down. And they was like, oh, I'm voting for Trump. He knows what he's talking about. I'm confident in him. I'm not voting for Kamala Harris for whatever reason you have. Like I said, if you don't want to vote for her, you don't have to vote for her. If you want to vote for Trump, you can vote for Trump. But then you go and you watch this debate and you see that Donald Trump might just be the same as Joe Biden. He just may be just a little bit more smooth or just a little bit more funny and charismatic. But they are both a little, I don't want to call them slow, but they are both old and they both do a lot of yapping. For instance, this guy, Donald Trump, goes on this debate and he says people that Kamala and Joe Biden are letting come into our country, they are eating people's pets.
Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there.
I'm listening to it. I got a dog. I looked at my dog. My dog looked at me and said, they eating people's pets. We ain't never see that on the news. We ain't never hear nothing about that. Where did he get that from? I looked at my dog. My dog looked at me. Then we looked at the TV and we saw Kamala looking like, what is this guy talking about? I'm telling y'all, if Joe Biden said something like that, y'all would have went on any social media to say, yo, this old guy needs to be out of the office. But it's going to be a lot of you guys that laugh at Donald Trump saying this stupidity and just yapping. Y'all not going to question it. Y'all just going to laugh and be like, oh, and just chalk it up to him being charismatic. But if y'all felt that way about Joe Biden and Donald Trump in this debate shows that he might just be a little bit funnier, Joe Biden. With that being said, how would you not be a little bit of a fan of Kamala? At least Kamala sounds competent. At least she sounds like she knows what she's talking about. And at least she can articulate what she's offering the people way better than, I would even say better than Biden. Way better than Trump. In that debate, it don't even sound like they supposed to be debating each other. Kamala sound like she's studied, sounds like she went over the game tape, sound like she knows Donald Trump's mannerism, she knows exactly what to say to him.
The values I bring to the importance of home ownership, knowing not everybody got handed $400 million on a silver platter and then filed bankruptcy 6 times.
And Donald Trump just looks like, oh, I'm going to just take little jabs and be funny and say outlandish stuff.
Wait a minute, I'm talking now. If you don't mind, please. Does that sound familiar?
I don't know. You vote for whoever you want to vote for. But for those people that didn't want to vote for Joe Biden again and didn't want him to be president again because they felt like he was incompetent or he was stumbling over his words or he was yapping or he was saying outlandish things, you watch that debate between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris and tell me which one, just close your eyes. Tell me which one sounds like they are competent, which one sounds like they are competent, they know what they're talking about, and they can offer you something. And if you leave that and you say, the guy that said they're eating dogs and cats and eating people's pets, that's the guy that you feel like was more competent, smart, and can offer you something, then so be it. Vote for him. Hopefully in the debate, somebody proves to you who you want to vote for. And when election times comes, vote for whoever benefits you, whoever you feel like is your personal best candidate. But this debate showed me Donald Trump be fooling people with the jokes, with the charisma, and with a stimulus check. But do whatever y'all want to do. Vote for whoever you want to vote for. I wanted to come on this pod and talk about the Super Bowl and you guys fussing over who deserves to perform and who shouldn't, and if Lil Wayne should perform, or if Jay-Z is trying to hate on Lil Wayne, and if Kendrick shouldn't be there. And it just put everything into perspective that we as a people be worried about the wrong thing. We have so much energy for the wrong thing. But I'll talk about who y'all feel should perform for the Super Bowl. I strongly agree with Kendrick performing. I think that Kendrick is a better artist than Lil Wayne. That's my personal opinion. I'm biased. Kendrick Lamar is my favorite rapper, and I won't switch up or say that he's not. Now, for the people that argue, oh, if you're going to get a rapper to perform on the Super Bowl in New Orleans, you should get Lil Wayne. I'm not even going to argue with you. I'll even give you that point. But let's go in your realm. Like, you say you got that point, and say Kendrick comes out and say, I'm not going to do it. Based on Lil Wayne's track record, 1, do you think he's going to remember all the lyrics to perform? 2, have you ever seen him do any performance where you was like, oh, this is a great performer?
Like a minstrel, do the and lead on the sheet. I can tell it if I don't write, cause I ain't got time.
Great rapper, one of the greatest rappers, yes. But performer? No, I've never seen it. But again, I am biased. Kendrick is my favorite rapper, and I think that Kendrick is going to do an amazing job performing, because I've been to his shows, I watched his shows, and I see that him and his team, they put together a great show.
I'm the biggest hypocrite in 2015.
Man down, where you from?
True friends.
This is crazy.
Fuck it up, Q.
Oh shit.
And another thing about this is that I don't even think that the people that want Lil Wayne to perform, I don't really think that they really want him to perform. I just don't think that's true. I think a bigger problem with Kendrick performing is that a lot of people don't like Kendrick. And it's okay. It's okay. I think a lot of people respect Kendrick and acknowledge that he's one of the greatest, but I don't think a lot of people like him. This is why I know a lot of people don't like him. 1, they call him a conscious rapper. 2, you know how people in the black community feel about people that want to be conscious and want people around them and in their community to be better. You know how people in our community view those people. The perfect example is iconic quote, ain't nobody trying to hear that shit, Sharif.
Hey, get up.
Hey, Kevin, I was talking to the young lady.
You don't want to hear that shit, Sharif.
In that movie, Sharif was the one that was trying to give people knowledge. He was a part of the community, just like Kendrick is. He wanted to uplift them. He wanted to enlighten them. And what did they tell him? Nobody want to hear that shit, Sharif. And that is what people look at Kendrick Lamar as. They look at him as, oh, he's the conscious rapper that wants to talk about race and wants to talk about fixing a community and doesn't make club songs and doesn't have songs for the girls and all of that, blah, blah, blah. And that is the real problem. That's why they don't like Kendrick. But they respect Kendrick and they know that he's one of the greatest of all time. So that's why it's hard to just go straight at Kendrick and say, yo, we don't like you, because you don't ever want to tell a person that's trying to enlighten you that, yo, I don't want to be enlightened. I want to stay in my plight. I don't want to fix anything. I don't want to take a knee. I don't care about Black Lives Matter. I don't care about none of the stuff that happens with us because we can't fix it. Those are the people. That's a lot of people in our community. And that's why a lot of people don't like people that are conscious or that want to enlighten you, because they feel like, yo, we can't change nothing, so forget about it. And I feel like that's what people view Kendrick Lamar as. Like, yo, you don't make no songs for us to shake our ass to. They even said it in the battle with Drake and Kendrick. Yo, how can I say Kendrick won if he didn't make no song for me to dance to or get lit to? They don't care about listening. And that's what they view Kendrick Lamar as. Are they wrong? 100% wrong. I don't know what's wrong with having a message in what you say. I don't know. I know it's cool to talk about women, talk about drinking, talk about drugs, talk about partying. I know that all of that is cool. But after the party and you go home and you realize what is really going on in your life, you start to realize the party is not all that fun. It's just a way, it's just a vice. It's just a way to make you ignore the real things that are going on. You want to have fun because you're trying to ignore other things that are going on. And again, I'm not going to go too deep into it because I know some people like, oh, he's yapping, da-da-da-da. But I'm just letting you know, people aren't mad that Lil Wayne is not performing. There are some people that are actually mad, but there are also people that's just mad like, Kendrick Lamar, we don't want to hear him. We can't party to his music. We don't want to hear that shit, Sharif. We don't want to see you performing with the shackles on. We don't want to hear you having a message. We just want to watch a football game, have fun, listen to some music that we either had sex to, or heard in a party, or could get drunk to. Lamar is going to perform at the Super Bowl, and he should perform at the Super Bowl. He has the momentum to perform there. He has the songs to perform there, and he's an actual performer. And I know that it's going to be a great Super Bowl performance. So hopefully y'all watching. If y'all not, so be it. But my GOAT, my favorite rapper, will be there and he will be performing, and he's going to show y'all that, hate him or love him, he's the greatest. And all of you guys will acknowledge that and will respect it. And that's all that's needed. We don't need you to like him. We don't need you to like him. But one person I do need y'all to like, respect, whatever feeling you have, is the It's Tony podcast. Make sure that you keep commenting, subscribing, and telling a friend to tell a friend. The channel is going up. And there's going to be some people that jump on a bandwagon late. But remember, the people that was down since the beginning, I appreciate y'all. And I'm thankful for y'all. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Thank you for watching.